had the simplest intro ever and I forgot what it was. Hi. Our names. Ready? Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Allie.
I'm Nicole.
And today we're doing this story...
Oh no, what's it called? Story idea writing tag.
The story idea writing tag.
Take 2, because I somehow lost this footage.
I felt really weird about one of my answers, so...
It works.
It's good.
So, 10 questions. Let's do this. Number 1, current story. What is your current story idea that you're working on right now?
It's about roller derby. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
Last time I feel like I said too much.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so...
Mine, I'm just going to say, is like a combo of Buffy and The Walking Dead. And that's all you need to know.
Once I've written more of my story, I feel more
Yes.
comfortable talking about it, but it's a very fresh idea, so...
Yeah, no, I get that.
I think that's why it makes me feel weird.
I've told you many times that I feel stupid explaining it. Because, I don't know. You know how when you like speak and you're like, this is really cool, but then in your mind you're like, this is really cool, but then you're like speaking it out loud and you're like, oh my god.
No, I always think it sounds good though.
Yeah,
you say that, but I think it...
It's just like,
sounds
it's
really
just, yeah, it's just weird talking about it out loud. 2, spark of inspiration. Do your ideas begin with characters, plot, world building, or something else entirely?
Characters.
Oh.
Always.
Mine are, I'd say plot, but they're like plot ideas. Like what'll happen is I'll usually be like, what if this? Or what if that? And then it kind of flows from there, so.
Yeah, I guess I should... My current one actually started with kind of that, like, what if this and this were put together, and then, but from that came my character really quickly, and if it
Right.
hadn't, I would have just been like, nope, because that's kind of what gives me my inspiration.
Right.
You need to scoot back. You keep getting into, there you go, into this light and watch your nose disappear.
Do you want to see how white we are?
Speaking of which, a random stranger yelled at me at Costco about how pale I am. She said, you live in the desert. You're not supposed to look like that. And I didn't know what to do.
See, I would have just been like, I'm sorry.
Just like stared at her and then went into Costco. So.
Because like when you do apologize, like, I'm sorry that my skin tone is not what you think it should be.
It reminded me of the beginning of Twilight when Anna Kendrick's like, don't you live in the desert?
I never saw that movie.
You never saw Twilight?
I never saw that.
I feel like we should do a vlog where I make you watch Twilight and
Oh,
just get your
God.
reaction on film.
Give us a like, give us a thumbs up if you like that idea. Yeah, I feel like people don't understand though that just because we live in the desert doesn't mean we go outside.
I go outside less because I get burned just by existing in this sun. It's crazy.
Well, but I mean, I just don't go outside because it's freaking hot outside.
That too.
So I go outside in the winter when you don't get like tan. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, I really derailed this. Okay.
Brainstorm. How do you puzzle piece your story elements together? Do you start with the ending and make your way to the beginning, or vice versa?
I start with the beginning and go through it usually, and then
Yeah.
I go from there. That's my general
Yeah.
plan. Yeah.
I usually, once I have a beginning, I know how I want it to end, so I'll have like the outside and I have to like fill in the middle.
Sometimes I don't know how it's gonna end, which tends to tends to end up with some interesting nonsense at times. So I've been trying to do a little bit about like kind of coming up with a general idea of the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I start at the beginning.
I just came up with like the silliest analogy for how I do that. I get a pie crust and I gotta fill it.
Well, that's a good analogy. I like it.
With the pie filling.
And that's...
And
I mean, they're both actually really good. I was about to be like, oh, the pie filling's the best part, and then I was like, no, but crust.
Mm.
They're both very important.
Yes. Together they make the best thing. So.
Yeah.
4, keep or toss. How do you know when you want to keep or dump a story idea? I don't think I've dumped a story idea yet. Granted, it's not like I've worked on a lot of them so far, but I have like little snippets written down everywhere, and there's none that I've like 100% for sure crossed out and thrown them away. There's a bunch I'll probably never work on.
Right.
But they're still there.
Yeah. There are a couple that I've like kind of explored, and for the most part, it's just if I can't go deep enough into the story that
that makes sense.
Get rid of them. Like, it needs to have enough substance there. If it's too shallow and I can't really get more out of it, then I realize that it's not worth pursuing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm tired for some reason. So just ignore my yawning.
We've been working all day, so yeah.
5, original idea. How much of your original idea for your story is actually used once everything is finished? I don't know. I haven't gotten to a part where...
I was laughing at Joel, not you. I actually don't know either, because I have a hard time getting all my drafts finished.
Right.
So I'm really good at rough drafts. I think usually like the original spark of the ideas in there. Sometimes like some of the, when I first start thinking about it, I'll come up with all this random stuff that doesn't always make it into the story at some point. So
yeah,
I don't know, half.
This would be an interesting tag to like revisit.
Yeah, we should do it again in a year or something.
Hide or share? Do you share your book ideas with friends or keep them a secret? I share them with you.
Yeah. I share them with my writer friends and my really good friend, like my best friend. And my husband sometimes. I feel like he's just like, show me when you got it finished.
Yeah, I don't think I've really shared it with my husband, but I don't think he's really asked either. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I have sort of a pet peeve about people that are like, I'm writing a book and it's about this, and then they're just never actually write a book. So I don't want to be one of those people.
You're right.
Which I totally get, the people that are excited and they're doing it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that say that they're doing stuff and they're not actually, and I just don't want to be one of those people.
Right.
Also, I don't know.
Yeah.
Till it's done, I
I also don't know how many, well, because I'd say like, yeah, my writer friends too, but that's like you. So, I know that's plural.
There's one other.
Yeah. I haven't really talked to her about my story, so I can't include her. So mine's not plural. But, I feel like too, like some of my other friends that aren't like as into like reading or writing, but also just like into reading as much, like I don't even know that they give a shit as much.
Yeah.
Especially people that, don't really like read your genre. Because then I feel like they wouldn't kind of get some of the stuff, especially when you have like some tropes and stuff, so.
Right. Yeah.
So. Dream. Have any of your book ideas originated with a dream or a nightmare?
Yes.
Yes.
A nightmare. It was just a nightmare that was a book idea that I wrote into a screenplay, and then I turned it into a book, and then I got frustrated with the book, and now it's just sitting there waiting for me to do something with one day, and I hopefully will, because I really like the idea, but it was one of the very first things I tried to write, so it was rough going.
Mine, I actually have a bunch of little ideas that I've scribbled down that are from my dreams, but I haven't gotten anywhere with those yet, so.
Yeah, I have some of those too, and when I go back and look at them a lot of times, I wonder what it meant.
Yeah.
It'll be like, something marbles on a forehead, and I'm like, what? It's like when you wake up and you're like, yes, this is a great idea, and then later you read it and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So a few of those. The other one though was like a really scary dream that was just like imprinted in my brain forever because it was so scary.
Yeah.
So that one was there forever. That's not going anywhere.
Doppelganger. Have you ever had an idea for a story but then seen a similar premise in a book/TV show / movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a common occurrence.
Yeah. The one I was just talking about that was the first book I ever wrote there's a similar thing in an independent movie that when I saw the movie I was kind of like, but it's different enough that I don't know. Yeah. It's just like the general idea is similar.
Yeah.
And it's something that I was like, I don't think I've ever seen this before, and then I saw the movie and was like, there it is.
Yeah. So I don't have anything specific that I could point out, but just I know that I have thought of that before. Big screen inspiration. Have any of your favorite movies / TV shows sparked ideas for scenes in your book?
Yes. What I'm working on right now is loosely based on one of my favorite movies. Not Whip It though. It's a different one. That's why I was like, I don't want to
give it
say
away.
what the two movies are. That I'm kind of sort of combined, not exactly,
Yeah.
but anyway.
I mean, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is doing it. It just keeps getting closer and closer to our faces. And we're back.
Okay, so my answer really quickly to that question after Allie got mad at the window was I started out with the first question saying that my current idea is like Buffy / Walking Dead, so I feel like I don't really have to answer this question because, yeah, basically. Yes is the answer to the question. And then our last question, nostalgia. What's the oldest / first story idea you remember coming up with / writing down?
I already talked about my play, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that kind of works.
So I wrote a play when I was a kid,
Yeah.
or several, and they were just random melodramatic plays that my cousins and I would perform. And that's the only thing I can really remember. And I remember writing a little book in kindergarten that said I wanted to be a rock star when I grow up, which I have no idea where that came from. I think I just barely knew what a rock star was.
Yeah.
It was the 80s, so like the picture I drew was a woman with big pink hair and like big star earrings.
Yeah. So maybe
Actually, I was gonna say maybe I was watching Gem.
I was gonna say maybe you just wanted to be Jen.
Yeah. But anyway, did she ever call herself a rock star though? I remember my mom was like very disappointed in me that I wanted to be a rock star in kindergarten, because you know.
Yeah, I don't know if she called herself that or not, but
Anyway, it's funny to me.
Besides like I don't even remember writing it down, but I know I wrote like some little books about dogs or something when I was really young, but I don't
Aw.
remember that. It was 3 pages. It had 3 dogs.
Oh.
So
I would read it. I have so many books about dogs. I mean, like little kid books about dogs.
But the one I do remember writing is, I think we had some kind of creative writing assignment or something for class that must have been like elementary school or something, but it was something, the only thing I remember is that something about a man and a woman in the jungle, or maybe it was a man and or maybe it was 2 women, I don't remember, but one, like the main character was like saving the other character, whoever they were, and there's like a panther involved, and then I think a helicopter came and rescued them or something, so. I think it was like a thing where I was like, oh yeah, and then my hand got tired, so then I was like, and then they got rescued again.
I mean, I've read novels that are like that at the end, where you think, okay, someone got bored. And
Yeah.
like, oh, it's fixed.
It's done.
All right.
So yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So, I guess hopefully we'll do this again in a year and see how
Yes.
much our answers change but stay the same.
Yeah. And if you're a writer, we'd love to hear your answers.
Yes.
And I think the majority of people that we follow on YouTube have already done this. But if you're someone who follows us and you haven't done it yet and you do it, please let us know, because we
Yes.
would love to co-watch your video.
Yes.
We've watched several of them already, so
Yeah.
we'd love to see yours.
That is true.
All right.
All right, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.